The US stock market is in a bubble. This stock market bubble is the biggest and most stupid. And sooner or later this bubble will burst and stock market will crash. On October 27th, 2023, the US stock market rally began. And between October 27th and now, US stocks went from this number to this number. That's 27% increase, or 77% annualized rate. Hi, my name is Vitaly. I am an economist, and in this video we are going to look at the stock market rally from the point of view of economics. I am an economist, and as a boring mainstream economist, I want to ask why? How in the world did the US stocks grow so much? Stocks reflect expectations. Stocks reflect news. Good news, stocks go up. Bad news, stocks plunge. So if the US stocks rose so much, what good event happened to the US? What good, positive, optimistic event happened to the US economy? Because when I look at the US news between October 27th and now, I don't see anything good. Also, as a mainstream economist, I want to ask, how could US stocks grow at the annualized 77% rate if the entire US economy will grow at the lousy 1.6% this year? And I know that the US stock market doesn't equal the US economy, but still there has got to be some connection, some link between the stock market and the economy. But it looks like the US stock market and the US economy are totally different universes. Let's look inside this amazing stock market rally. 70% of this stock market growth comes from only 13 companies. NVIDIA, Meta, Microsoft, Amazon, Oracle, and Eli Lilly, and a handful of other companies provided the most of this stock market rally. While almost all other companies of S&P 500 showed 0 to negative growth. For example, Apple, Tesla, and Google, America's sweethearts, showed 0 to negative growth in stocks. Apple, Tesla, and Google are now outsiders, and almost 500 companies of S&P 500 are not growing or even declining. So the story is this: you don't have to grow all companies, you can only pump a handful of them to inflate the stock market numbers. And the distant leader of this stock market rally is NVIDIA. The capitalization of this company grew by over $1 trillion. $1 trillion. That's GDP of Saudi Arabia. To the best of my knowledge, no company in history showed such a success. Poorly deserved. This is not healthy. The US stock market is in a bubble. But now let's look at the bigger picture. Let's look at the major economies of the self-proclaimed free world. I think the rest of the world is much more free, but let's go with the official media. In the United States, Japan, Australia, my country, Canada, and European countries, stock markets have grown by $16 trillion. $16 trillion! That's 4 times GDP of Germany. And let's add to that another risky asset, cryptocurrencies. Cryptocurrencies have grown by 2 trillion. That's the GDP of Italy. Imagine if our planet got 4 new Germanys and 1 new Italy. That's how our stock market behaves. But the last time I checked, we didn't get new Germanys or new Italy. So why is this stock market? And let's look at the economic situation. Central banks around the world are tightening their monetary policies. They are raising policy rates, making money more expensive and less available. Central banks are selling government bonds to reduce money supplies. And let's look at the actual economies. Japan, Germany and Britain are suffering from recessions, while other economies are balancing on the verge of a recession, showing zero economic growth. And in these dark economic conditions, stocks are showing such an optimism, such faith in the future. Why? The answer is one word: bubble. 16 plus 2 equals 18. $18 trillion of growth in the riskiest assets, stocks and cryptocurrencies. It's a bubble. It's a bubble in AI and cryptos. And sooner or later, this bubble will burst. There is a lot of hot money chasing crazy returns. And that hot money came from the years 2020 and 2021, when major central banks printed over $12 trillion. They kept printing money even after the pandemic was over. And now these masses of hot money are looking where to go. And stock traders, sorry, they are not stock traders, they are gamblers. Gamblers are not happy with decent returns on stocks and bonds. Stocks and bonds, that sounds boring. So gamblers found two cool industries: artificial intelligence and cryptocurrencies. They sound cool, they promise crazy returns, and all hot money go into those industries. First, cryptocurrencies. Cryptocurrencies are not a real asset. It's not a company that produces valuable goods and services. It's not a country whose residents pay taxes. Cryptos are not an income-generating asset. It's a financial instrument created to avoid legal procedures. So there is very little value, little economic value behind cryptocurrencies. And right now, when we have a few thousands cryptocurrencies which grow trillion by trillion every month, it's a very definition of a bubble. Second, AI, artificial intelligence. Of course, there is an economic value behind AI. But the economic impact of AI will be less, and it will realize later than people think. So the current AI bubble is the same as the dot-com bubble of the late 1990s. This stock market rally is the largest, craziest, and the most stupid. Because stocks have been going up and up and up for no good economic reason. Stocks are showing tremendous gains when most European companies are going down, when most American companies are showing zero growth, when the actual economies are stagnating, and yet stocks keep going up, being fueled by just a handful of companies. Now, to be clear, I am not saying you should sell your stocks. No. I am not saying you should short stocks. No. Because nobody knows when stocks will crash. They might crash in the next 5 minutes or in the next 5 years. Nobody knows. But sooner or later, this stock market bubble will come to an end. What do you think? Do you have American stocks or European stocks? How optimistic are you about the future? Put your comment below, I'll be happy to read it. Subscribe for more economic updates, and I'll talk to you next time.